Hi everyone, this is Laurel with Guided by Love, and I'm here to do a Twin Flame daily message. And I have the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle deck. I also have the Ancient Stones deck, and this is a beauty. I'm going to get a message from your person from that deck. So let's get started. Let's see what we got. Holy Spirit, angels and guides, and all those who support us from the other side. Let's see what we got for messages for this read. Yay. Let's keep going. Let's see what else comes out. Oh my goodness. And one more. All right. So at the bottom of the deck is fear. So this is a number 12, which breaks down to 3. So right now the connection is going through this birth and rebirth, birth, death, and rebirth. So it's important overall message, release any fears you have about the connection, any fears, that about what happened in the connection, or what, has happened or hasn't happened. Release any of those fears. And, this is only to expand your energy, to make it more love and more, more deeper foundation for you and your person. You've been working during separation on healing and on your foundation. And this is just letting go of any last remnants of fear so that you can move forward together in unconditional love. So let's see what else we have here. So we had the birth to rebirth card come out. This is change happening in your connection, by the two of you letting go. See all the fallen leaves by you releasing and letting go and surrendering any worries or concerns you have. This is allowing the divine to step in. They're working behind the scenes, supporting and loving you and your person. And this is, wonderful, wonderful energy of that rebirth happening. And this is showing the journey, that you've had a long journey. You've had a journey. And, this is, many times throughout this journey, we've had to release, to let go, and to move on. And so this is releasing, letting go, and moving on. And I have to tell you that there have been 3 goldfinches that have been flying through this morning in a group of 3. And that signifies abundance. They're bright yellow, like this yellow here. But messengers that, birth, death, rebirth, it's creating this abundance and this creative energy between the two of you. And then we have the dragon. Oh my gosh, and I saw a dragon head in the clouds yesterday, and it looked very similar to this. Wow, it was long like this, and I could see the eye, and the mouth was closed, but the dragons are with us, and they're bringing in extra strength and power, and it's that creative power that they're bringing in, that passion, that desire within your connection. You may be feeling the passion. You may be feeling you and your person connecting in that passion on the 5D. It's just very strong right now, and that creative energy coming through as well. You may feel like picking up and doing something creative. You may, start projects that you put to the side, and now you're pulling them back out and you're getting them ready to go. So that is exciting. But that dragons are bringing in extra power, extra strength to, oh wow. And they're also, this looks like my selenite crystal tower. Look at that. It's the power of the light. So they're saying, shine your light. This is, you can see it right here. It's a crystal tower just like this. Selenite, shine your light no matter what. And it's the power of the light. Power of the light exceeds over everything. And this love is strong and powerful. and it put together by God. And this is nothing is going to stop this connection from coming forth. And then we have forgiveness. Yeah. So, and it shows the feminine energy, the inverted triangle, and the masculine energy coming into balance by forgiving. So this is, you can use the Ho'oponopono prayer. You can write your person a letter without sending it. But this is, really taking care of any unforgiveness, whether toward yourself or toward another or toward your person. This is, moving on by through forgiveness. There's billboards like in the States that say something like Jesus is Jesus is the word, the way. Jesus is the way. And it shows like a door opening. And so, I mean, there's all different kinds of them, but yeah, so this is forgiveness is a way to enter in deeper connection with spirit and with your bond, with your connection itself. So beautiful message about forgiveness. And then perception. This is, I love this because again, we started out with the card of the path and we're ending with the card of a path. And I feel like what I'm getting is, number one, changing your perception about the connection, about separation. Some of you are in separation and this is changing your perspective. Separation is preparation, yes, but it's also an illusion because you and your person are always 707 on the clock. That's a number of transformation. You and your person are always connected through spirit. So it's focusing on the spiritual aspect of your connection and, through yourself, through your higher self, connecting with your higher self, healing with your higher self. And that is bringing in it's bringing your person toward you as you heal and as you connect deeper to spirit and shine your light, like we had on the card. That is bringing your person closer and closer to you. So, changing your perspective and really focusing on that you are a spirit having a human experience and focusing on that spiritual aspect, that spiritual connection with your person, rather than, just the physical. So, and some of you may be already focusing on the spiritual by connecting in the 5D with your person. But it's also about healing yourself, your spirit, healing yourself from the inside out. So, and connecting with your spirit. So let's get a message from your person. Let's see what they have to say. What is the message from your person? Holy Spirit, angels, and guides, what is the message? Ooh, and we have Stone of Destiny. Ooh, life path, ambition, passion, and say yes. So this is, saying that this connection is destiny. I just watched an King Arthur show or series on Prime, and it was so good. And he ends up pulling out this sword out of a rock that was stuck in the waterfall, and it just showed people that he really did have the power. Even though he was a young king, he did have the power to become king. And so he all of a sudden had people flocking toward him. And this is how, this is destiny for you and your person. It shows the power coming in to the connection, the power of the truth, the power of destiny. This is, your passions, your life purpose. And This is saying yes to, any opportunities that come in for you. And, this is saying yes to your person, if they should come in. This is saying yes to any invitation from your person. But this is really showing the power of the two of you, the power, from it that it brings from spirit, the spiritual connection to this earth, and the foundation of achievement that you have with, not only within yourself, but with the connection. So, really beautiful message from your person. And, he's saying, hang on to that power, hang on to the truth of your connection. So, I hope this helps, and I'm wishing you a fabulous, beautiful day. Namaste.